Hello everyone. In this video, we will discuss chapter number 2, that is tangible non-current assets. In this chapter, we will discuss the following topics. First is your IAS 16 property, plant and equipment. Under this topic, we will understand what is property, plant and equipment and how do we recognize them. We will discuss about their initial measurement and subsequent measurement. Then we will discuss about depreciation. What is depreciation? What are the different methods of charging depreciation? Next, we will discuss about revaluation of non-current assets. When and how do we revaluate our non-current assets? Then we will discuss about any government grants that the organization received towards their non-current assets under IAS 20. Then we will discuss about IAS 23 borrowing cost. How do we capitalize? When do we capitalize the borrowing cost incurred for purchasing non-current assets? Then we will discuss IAS 40 investment property. All right, so let's begin. First, we will discuss what is property, plant and equipment under IAS 16. So any tangible asset that is to be used for more than one accounting period are usually your tangible non-current assets. So any asset that has a physical existence, that has a physical substance that can be seen, felt or touched is your tangible asset. And if that asset is held for use for more than one accounting period, then it becomes your non-current asset. So any asset that has a physical substance and that which will be used for more than one accounting period is your tangible non-current asset. All right. Now, if those assets are used for in production or supply of goods or services, or for rental to others, or for any other administrative purposes, then they will come under your property, plant, and equipment. So, any physical asset that is to be used for more than one accounting period, and if it is used for production or supply of goods or services like your plant and machinery, etc., or motor vehicles or land and building that are used for your administrative purpose or for rental to others, then they will come under your property, plant, and equipment. So that is the definition of property, plant and equipment as per IAS 16. Next is when do we recognize such assets in our books of accounts? So there are two criteria that has to be fulfilled for the recognition as a property, plant and equipment. First is has to be a probability of future economic benefits from that asset that will arrive to the entity in future. So there has to be a probability of future economic benefits associated with the asset that will flow to the entity. So essentially that has that in order to qualify as an asset under property, plant and equipment, that asset has to provide a future economic benefits to the entity. If the asset can provide future economic benefits, if there is a probability of getting the future economic benefits from the asset, then that asset will qualify for the recognition. Second criteria is the cost. The cost of the asset has to be measured reliably in order to qualify in order to recognize as a asset under property, plant and equipment. If we cannot measure the cost reliably, we cannot calculate the cost, we cannot quantify the cost of an asset, then we cannot recognize the asset as a property, plant and equipment in our books of accounts. Obviously, in order to recognize any asset as an asset, we must know its cost as well. So if we cannot measure the cost reliably, we cannot recognize that as an asset in our books of accounts. So these are the two criteria that has to be fulfilled to recognize asset under property, plant and equipment. First is there has to be an economic benefit from the asset that is probable to arrive to the entity in future, and the other one is the cost of the asset can be measured reliably. If these two criteria are fulfilled, only then we will recognize the asset as a property, plant and equipment. So in this video, we have discussed the definition of property, plant and equipment and the recognition criteria. In the next video, we will discuss about its initial measurement and subsequent measurement.